cape.
Hey guys, Doug here from 2+ Stuff, and we are continuing our series on looking at the start collecting boxes and giving them each one of them kind of a review and where you can go with it and things like that. And today we're looking at the Daemons of Tzeentch box that just came out. So the Daemons of Tzeentch box comes with 1 Burning Chariot of Tzeentch, 3 Flamers of Tzeentch, 3 Screamers of Tzeentch, 10 Pink Horrors, and if you don't put him on the Burning Chariot, you can use the Herald as a separate entity. So first off, let's start by talking about the things that make this start collecting box very unique. One of them is you get actually 2 wizards in the box. Here's the thing, you have to really look at the war scrolls here, because 1, you get the Herald, which you just don't put him on the Burning Chariot, and you have a hero right there. And he is just a wizard with 1 spell, kind of a basic demon hero. I mean, there's not much to them, but the unit of Pink Horrors can also collectively cast 1 spell. This means this is one of the only boxes where you get 2 wizards. Is it the only one? I can't think of another off the top of my head, but it's a great deal to get started. Also, kind of interesting note that is very Tzeentchy, right? Magic is kind of his thing, so it's kind of cool that the start collecting box comes with things that really lend that flavor for new people who maybe aren't into the fluff yet, and they just kind of saw some cool looking monsters. It's also really interesting that when you take all the parts of this box apart, like say you had the Herald off of the Chariot and then you add all the points together, it actually comes out to be, I think it's 760? Let me do my math here. But that's actually one of the highest point-wise boxes that there are. If you were to buy, say, 2 of these and then a larger model, maybe the Kairos Fate Weaver thing, you know, by taking things out and adding them in, you can reasonably make an entire army out of 3 purchases, which is pretty astounding for a start collecting box. Now, if you are starting with Demons and you want to go sort of Tzeentch specific, I do recommend you pick up the Tzeentch Acolytes book that just came out, and I'll post a picture of that here. And this one, it kind of shows itself as being more of a mortal Tzeentch thing, but it actually has rules in there using specifically 4 demons, 4 mortals blended, things like that, all kinds of stuff mixed together. So there's a lot in this book for you if this is the kind of box you want to get started. Conversely, if you've already read that book and you like what you see, this is a great way to start playing that book immediately. Now, there are some variations you can make with the Burning Chariot. I haven't really explored in depth which of the variations, because I think there's Exalted Flamers and the Chariot that you can make. I haven't really done a very in-depth analysis of which one's the better choice. All I really know is no matter what you choose, I suggest keeping the Herald off. He's a really cool just model. Or you can magnetize them and then put them on and off and whatever you want to do. I think part of the immense value of the kit comes from having the Herald, right? That there are 2 wizards on the field when you start. It adds a lot to the flavor. And remember, Pink Horrors and a lot of these Screamer things, they're not really built to last, right? They don't have amazing saves. Demons are typically 5 up. But the things you get in the box are a great splattering of what this game can do. You get a focus on magic, pretty obvious, what we talked about before, but you also get the Screamers, which have a really nice range on their movement. I think it's 16 inches, maybe 14. And then also you have the Flamers, which I'm just going to pause right here and tell you, the Flamers are nuts, okay? Flamers are amazing. They have one of the best guns in the game. Each dude shoots 3 shots and it does D3 damage if it hits and wounds and things like that. So it's nuts the amount of damage that they can put out. And so having them all work, you know, each one of them kind of exemplifies a good portion of the game. Basic line troops with the Pink Horrors, leaders, larger stuff like the Chariot would be a good example, and also the shooting phase. And so you get to really explore what each phase of the game is about, and I think that's what actually adds even more value to this kit, rather than just the monetary and army starting value. There are a couple ways to move forward, and this is kind of be the case with all the demon armies, because they're not really fully functional in and of themselves, at least until the Tzeentch book came out, and now the Khorne book just came out recently. They kind of struggle to be themselves as a demon faction, but they synergize extremely well with mortal versions of anything that uses Tzeentch keywords. So if you wanted to have something a little more heavy, as far as like ground troops go, Slaves to Darkness box right here. Can't miss with that one. It's freaking awesome. Give everything the keyword of Tzeentch. and they'll give you a third wizard up in there because you have the Chaos Sorcerer. Everything gets a bonus for being Tzeentch stuff. If you build a mortal Tzeentch list, there are terrific synergies in there. Tzeentch Acolytes is its own little sub thing, and that has an immense amount of resources for you as far as like manipulating dice and things like that. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways to go. What I really suggest is buy the Demons of Tzeentch box, play with it a few times, then immediately go buy the Disciples of Tzeentch book, and then decide where you want to go. I would say, I believe it comes with 3 different options, like Mortal Tzeentch, Demons, and there's a third one, maybe it's Tzeentch Acolytes, but kind of branches that you can go. And I would just say, take the knowledge that you gain from the Start Collecting box and choose one. And then just really double down on whatever's there. You'll never not have synergy because it's all Tzeentch. If you want to go with more demons, buy 2 or 3 of these boxes. They really are at a phenomenal value, and they let you unleash your inner hobbyist because you can do whatever colors you want. Tzeentch is very, very colorful and bright and exuberant. It's awesome. If you want to go sort of Acolyte level, I mean, you could always go the mortal stuff with these guys right here, and that's a terrific idea. I highly suggest that as well. You could also, let's see, if you're not sure if you want to stick with Tzeentch, maybe you got the Tzeentch book and you also like the Khorne one, I would really heavily invest in Slaves to Darkness here. We did a review of that box as well, which you can find on our channel here in the category for Start Collecting reviews. I would say get this, paint it black as an undivided, and then use these as Tzeentch guys in your Tzeentch army, and then Khorne guys in your Khorne army. And they really are the Swiss Army knife that can bring all these demon factions that are very specific and synergize in a very specific way to a head, right, together. And so they're kind of a nice little glue that binds them all together. If this is a box that interests you at all, please feel free to click the link below. That'll bring you over to the 2+ Stuff store. We are affiliate marketing, so we sell products for the people, and then we have the Tzeentch box there at a discount, so go ahead and pick one up. If you could leave a review, that'd be amazing. If not, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Any purchases you make on our store go directly to helping us with sound equipment, cameras, lighting, things like that. So thank you again for watching, and have a great day.